Good morning, students. Today I'm going to continue the chapter Rattrap, which is written by Salma Legroff. Before starting the chapter, first of all, we will have the preview of the chapter. In previous class, we read that the peddler was in the forge and seeking shelter for the night. And she was lying near the furnace with the permission of iron master who was there in that forge. But the head of the mill arrived at the same time with his night inspection, and he came towards the forge, towards the rat trapper, and mistook him to his old comrade. He thought that he was his old army friend, and Iron Master thought that things had gone downhill for the captain and invited him to the manure house. But the peddler refused his invitation. After half an hour, Iron Master's daughter Edla Wilkinson entered in the forge along with the valet who carried a big fur coat. She introduced herself and invited him in her house. Her open, friendly, and compassionate manner won the peddler test, and he agreed to go to the manure house with her. Now here in the picture, peddler with Edla Wilkinson going to the manure house. While he was on the way to manure house, he started cursing himself that if he had not stolen the money, he would not have got trapped like this. The money was a bait which had led him into the trap. Now next day was the Christmas Eve. Both the master, Iron Master, and his daughter were at the dining table. The Iron Master said to his daughter that they had to do something good for the peddler and should try to find out some better job for him. Here the phrase flesh and his bones here which means that the seller should eat good food to gain some flesh on his body as he has faced the very tough time and not having much to eat. This is the dining table where the father and the daughter were sitting and discussing. The Iron Master's daughter said that it was strange to see that the peddler had been in such a hard time, and was wonderful whether the man had been educated. Hearing this, Iron Master clarified that it was due to his bad condition. He also added that the man would behave differently after getting clean and dressed up. While both father and daughter were discussing about the peddler, he entered the room with the valet. He was looking clean as he had bathed and his hair had been cut by the valet. He was wearing Iron Master's clothes and shoes, a shirt with a starched collar and shoes which covered the entire feet. So, Edla Wilkinson, Iron Man, and the peddler was there in the room. Iron Master seemed very angry to see his well-groomed guest, as now he could make out his appearance well, and realized that he was not his comrade. He understood that he mistook some stranger as his old friend. He screamed at him, means Iron Master screamed on at Peddler and asked him to explain. The peddler knew that the Iron Master could make out that he was not his old friend. As he already knew this, he was ready for the consequences and felt that the luxurious treatment was about to end. The peddler tried to explain that he should not be blamed. He said that he was just begging for a stay in Forge. He also said that he had not harmed anyone and was ready to wear his rags again. To this, Ironmaster hesitated and said that the peddler had not been quite honest, and so he wanted to call sheriff. Sheriff means policeman. The Rattrap sailor gets so enraged upon hearing about the sheriff that he struck the table hard with his fist. He said that the world is a rat trap and all the good things are a bait, just like the rinds of cheese and the small pieces of pork are a bait for the rat which are offered to trap it. Not only this, he also pointed out to the Iron Man that he may today be imprisoned by the sheriff, but one day the Iron Master will also get trapped like this. Iron Master didn't like the peddler's words and decided not to call the sheriff. He asked the peddler to leave at once. Now, Edla Milminson was also there in the room and listening everything. She stopped the peddler. She wanted to help the poor fellow. Since morning she was planning how she could make the peddler's day happy on the occasion of Christmas. Therefore, she went against the father's will and stopped him by closing the door. Edla Milminson and the peddler, she closed the door. She tried to explain the difficulty faced by the peddler. She said that he didn't have any house. He was turned out from wherever he went and he always kept on running in order to safeguard himself from being arrested. She said that she wanted him to enjoy the Christmas with peace as they had promised him. They should not send away a man on Christmas, the man whom they had promised happiness on the day. The Iron Master not able to find out an answer to go against his order. The only thing he could say to his daughter was that she was trying to good at convincing others, but then the priest better than the priest at the church. But he also warned her that hopefully her decision would not bring any adverse effect on them. The girl took the peddler to the table and offered him food. She saw that her father had consented to her wish. The peddler didn't say any word and started eating, though he was doubtful about her intentions and was wondering why she stopped him. The peddler went to the sleep after having food, and he did not cause harm to anyone and lay down on the sofa in the guest house. He was once woken up in the afternoon, but after having the lunch, he again went to sleep. It was like as if he had never got the chance to sleep so peacefully as he had got this place. In the evening, the family woke him up as they had to light up the Christmas tree. He stood there blinking as if he was getting hurt by the bright light of the candles. He again went to the sleep. Finally, he called him again for the dinner of the Christmas fish and porridge. After the dinner was over, the peddler thanked everyone present there. The peddler ironmaster's daughter said that the clothes which were given to him were a Christmas present from her daughter, from her father. This is the Christmas Eve, how they spent, how beautiful it is. So he would cry them with him. She even invited the peddler to be with her family for the next Christmas Eve and promised that nothing bad would happen to him. The peddler did not have an answer for this and stared at the girl with wonder. Next day, both the ironmaster and his daughter went for the Christmas service early in the morning. They didn't disturb their guest as he was asleep. Both ironmaster and his daughter had come to know that a peddler sailor had stolen money from the old comforter. They realized that it was the same man whom he had over as a guest. The ironmaster said that it was his daughter who insisted to give shelter to a thief and was wondering that how many silver spoons had been stolen by him. The ironmaster, on reaching home, inquired about the peddler from the valet. He also told him that he was a thief. To his surprise, the valet told him that the peddler, instead of taking something, had left a small gift for Miss Wilminson. This is the gift and this is the letter and the peddler, and he left that gift to the ironmaster daughter, Edla Wilminson. The ironmaster daughter opened the gift and it was so roughly packed that she could easily guess what was inside the bag. Apart from a rat trapper, the 3 cannon notes, there was a letter. The peddler had thanked his host who had taken care of him as if he was a real captain. In return, he gifted her a rat trap and also requested her to return the stolen money to the old man. He said that it was she who let him free from the rat trap by raising her status from that of mere peddler to a captain. At last, he undersigned as Captain Vorsnell. So that's all the chapter. In this chapter, the writer just wanted to give a message that whatever you give to the world will return the same. When Peddler was in the pathetic condition, world were never good for him. So he always used to think bad for the world. But as soon as Edla Wilminson become friendly, become compassionate, become very kind, very generous, and lifted him from thief to captain, his personality become changed. And Peddler transformed in from thief to captain by the kindness. So this shows that how deep rooted the honesty is when it gets its turn, when a person realizes that something good is there in the world, he can transform by the small kindness also, as happened with the peddler. I think you are able to understand this chapter. So give a nice reading so that you may be able to understand. Thank you.